Good day, everyone. In this short video lecture, we're going to explore a tool called the Business Model Canvas, a framework that will help you describe, design, and identify any business model, whether you're building something from scratch or rethinking something that already exists. This framework was created by Alex Osterwalder and Eva Spineur. If someone asks a question, how does your business work? Could you explain it clearly in under 2 minutes to a complete stranger? Most people can't. Not because they don't understand their business, but because they don't have the right language for it. The Business Model Canvas is a simple but powerful tool used to understand how a business works. Entrepreneurs can map out their entire business on a single page. It helps in clarifying how value is created, who the customers are, and how the business earns revenue. Every business model can be described through these 9 interconnected components. Together, they tell the complete story of how an organization creates, delivers, and captures value. What are the components of the business model canvas? So you've got customer segments, which represents who you serve, value propositions, what you offer them, channels and customer relationships, how you reach them, key resources, key activities, and key partnerships, what powers your operations, and finally, cost structure and revenue streams, the financial engine of your business. So let's discuss them one by one. There's a saying in business, if you're trying to serve everyone, you're serving no one. That's the essence of customer segments. Customer segments define the specific groups of people a business wants to serve. Not all customers are the same, so businesses often divide them into groups with similar needs or behaviors. Before you design your product, you need to answer these questions. For whom are we creating value? And who are our most important customers? Separate segments exist when two groups need a different offer, when they are reached through different channels, when they're willing to pay for completely different things. For example, a budget airline and a luxury carrier both transport people from one place to another, but their customer segments are completely different. They have different needs, different expectations, and different income levels. Once you know who your customer is, the next question is, why would customers choose your business? That's your value proposition. Value proposition is the reason customers choose one business over another. It explains the benefit or solution the business offers to customers. Value propositions tend to fall into two areas. The first is innovation. You're offering something that did not exist before, something genuinely disruptive that solves the problem in entirely new ways. Think about what the iPhone did to the phone market or what Airbnb did to hospitality industry. The second is enhancement. You take what already exists and you do it better, faster, or cheaper. This is what most businesses do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, you just have to make a better one. Key questions to answer are the following. What value do we deliver to the customer? Which customer problems are we helping to solve? What bundles of products and services are we offering to each customer segment? Now comes the practical question. How do they actually find you? And what happens after they do? Channels are the ways a business reaches its customers. They include communication, distribution, and sales methods that help deliver the value proposition, such as your website, your sales team, retail shelf, or an app. Channels serve multiple jobs. They create awareness, help customers evaluate your value proposition, enable the customers to make a purchase, deliver the product, and provide support to the customer after sales. The question is, which channels work best and are most cost efficient? Next is customer relationships. Customer relationships describe how a company builds and maintains connections with customers. Strong relationships help businesses keep loyal customers and encourage repeat purchases. Acquiring a customer is expensive. Keeping one is where the real value lives. The type of relationship you build matters a lot. Do you have a self-service platform where customers never speak to a human like a bot? Are you building a community where customers support each other like a Facebook group? Each model has different costs, different loyalty levels, and different implications for how you run your business. This time, we're going to ask, what does it actually take to deliver on that promise? Key resources are the most important assets your business must have. These fall into four categories: physical assets like factories or equipment, financial resources like capital and credit, intellectual assets like patents, brands, and data, and human resources, the people whose skills and knowledge make everything possible. What counts as a key resource depends entirely on your business model. A consulting firm's key resource is its people. For a coffee shop, it might be its location. Key activities are the things your company must be excellent at in order to deliver its value proposition. For example, Microsoft's most important activity is software development, Dell's is supply chain management, and McKinsey's is problem solving. If you swap their key activities, none of those businesses would work. The activity has to match the model. So ask yourself, if your business could only be great at one or two things, what would that be? Key partnerships exist because businesses do not operate alone. Key partnerships help companies access resources, lower costs, and improve operations. There are three types of partnerships: strategic alliances between non competitors, joint ventures, and buyer supplier relationships. The key question here is, who are our key partners and suppliers? Cost structure identifies the major expenses involved in running the business. Understanding costs helps businesses manage profitability more effectively. Not all businesses manage their costs in the same way. Some follow a cost driven business model where the primary goal is to keep expenses as low as possible. These businesses focus on efficiency, standardization, and offering basic services at affordable prices. Some businesses adopt a value driven business model. Instead of focusing primarily on reducing costs, they invest heavily in creating exceptional value, quality, exclusivity, or customer experience. The chosen approach should align with the needs and expectations of the target market. And finally, revenue streams. Revenue streams describe how a business earns money from its customers. While every business needs revenue to survive, companies can generate income in different ways depending on the value they offer and the needs of their customers. One of the most common methods is an asset sale, where a business sells ownership of a physical product. Another approach is the usage fee, where customers pay based on how much they use a service. Delivery companies and utility providers often use this model. Many businesses today rely on subscription fees, which provides recurring revenue by charging customers for continuous access to a service. Examples include Netflix or other membership based services. Revenue can also come from lending, leasing, or renting, where customers pay for the temporary use of an asset instead of purchasing it outright. Some organizations earn through licensing, allowing others to use their protected intellectual property, such as patents, trademarks, software, or copyrighted materials, in exchange for a fee. Another revenue source is brokerage fees, where a business acts as an intermediary between two parties and earns a commission for facilitating a transaction. Finally, companies may generate revenue through advertising, charging businesses to promote their products or services to a specific audience. Many websites, social media platforms, and media organizations rely heavily on advertising income. This is the business model canvas template. It gives you the visual chart of its 9 key components. Use this tool to develop your business model. There are templates available on the internet where you can download and use. In closing, the business model canvas isn't a planning document you file away after a strategy meeting. Use it as a thinking tool. The real power is not filling each box, but seeing how the boxes connect. I hope this framework gives you a new way to look at your business. Thank you.